keep an eye on comments on your phone a few times on your pet. Alright, Shane. How many bears have you had? I haven't had any bears yet. It's not even... Is it over the yard arm? Oh. This is not how to do it, but it's how I'm doing it. This is Taxi Dave's rod, and Taxi Dave has entrusted me with his rod to remove this. I've started to make sure I don't make an absolute buffoon of myself, and this is how I'm doing it. UKC fishing, hello. Gareth, you're right, Gareth. Dave Perry, I'm hi Vern. How's the fishing going? Fishing's going. I've got a cat on the roof. Tab, Gizzy. So I'm all right, Dave Perry. What? I can't hear you, I got this fan on. Yeah, I'm down there. I'll check the comments. Nice one, Scott. Yeah, nice one. Dave White. Now you will start catching after touching the might witty awesome beach caster. Feel the power. Oh, I can feel the power, Dave. I'll just put a spoiler in there. If this goes wrong, because this is the first one I've done, but if this goes wrong, Dave White, don't come beating me up, because you'll be struggling. Yeah, because yeah, you'll be struggling, mate. If it goes wrong, it's your fault. Oh! Ow! That's them off. They used to go like that. I expect Dave will want me to weld this up and glue all this back together so he can sell it on eBay and get his money back. Now fuck the phone up, is it? No. Oh, that was close. I thought that was... Right. That was nearly a catastrophe. That was nearly an iPhone gone then. So, where are we at? Hi Verns, what are we doing? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm removing the reel seat off this rod. Taxi Dave's bought this Any Fish Anywhere rod, and it's yeah, it's somebody's araldited the rod reel seat on, so I'm cutting it off. He's entrusted me with this, which I think he's an absolute loon. Never done it before, but then candidly I'll say I'm not stupid, so it's nearly off. But I've just hit the rod on the bloody camera thing, which knocked my phone on the floor. It's hit concrete from 1.3 metres high. Phone's alright, thank God I bought a cover for it. So yeah. I haven't been asked to keep up with you tonight. So that's what we're doing, bull chat fishing. Thank you for coming in. Why do people glue their bloody reel seats on? I'll tell you why, Dave. Because they glue them on in the right place, you see. It's only people like you, Dave, that wants them in the conventional place. Don't understand it. Where's your Batman t-shirt, Long? Well, I've got Captain America today. I was bleaching the chairs down to get the green crap off, and realised I need to change my top, so I took my top out and got this top out of my fishing bag, so it's a bit creasy. So this is where we're at. They put tape, and then they glue it on. I did try heating this up to loosen the glue on the tape, thinking it was just masking tape, but it's so thick it would take heating it all day. So I then heated this up and melted the plastic and cut a piece off, and could see the tape underneath. So I was going to run a little saw blade down it on my Dremel, but I decided to do this, and then that should just pick off and come release. If I've got to do the other side as well, then I will. I'm down there. I've got to sand all that off. There's the reel seat. Like I say, you cut the top off, you're very careful, you only cut in a bit at a time until you know where the level is. Once you've cut it, yeah, you see this underneath. There might be 3, there might be, all of it might be, I don't know. And then what you do is you prise off a screwdriver. I used a bit of heat. I've got a floor layers heater. It is 240 volt, you should get 110, but I weren't working on sites or anywhere, so I used to use this. I don't now, it's too bloody heavy, and not this to work. And I just put it on full, so I now need to, mind you, Let's see if we can get some of this tape off with it gently. So that's what I was trying to do without cutting it. But what happened, the heat, it was warming the plastic up, wasn't warming the rod up. Before anyone say the rod's getting too hot, no it isn't. So that's what I was trying to do before. Jen Dowdle, afternoon. Cod bites. You alright, Jimmy? You off fishing tomorrow, aren't you, Shane? At San Lemaire. Good luck. Can't believe, Shane, he's knackered my reel seat up. Haha. Yeah. Do you want me to fix that, Dave? Because you might be able to sell it on eBay. Yeah, good luck for tomorrow, Jimmy. Ooh, that's handy. Peeling the epoxy off now. Right, Louis. That's handy. The epoxy's coming off now, so that now it's going to be like sanding. It'll be quicker, but the eye's knackered. It's got rust on it, so we'll address that. And clean the rod up because it's scratched to buggery. Can't believe Vern. Can't believe Vern broke the band up. You can't ruin the video, Shane. Shane, you can't spoil the video, mate, because we've got a lot to compete against, haven't we? Show him how to catch, please. How are you, Scott? Scott's brilliant. He was at the SD. Scott Vern going tomorrow, Shane. Scott Vern going tomorrow, Shane. Scott Vern going tomorrow, Shane. Shane's fishing tomorrow, I think. Didn't know you were doing a live. Andrew, you know, it's like I get excited. How was that bloody thing? Why is that going in? What's the bloody technical about a Stanley knife? I'm just about to watch a biblical movie. Can't wait for the scene where the 5 fishes are pulled in. 5 fishes, God, now wouldn't that be a thing? See you later, Shane. And there you go. Dave, on this, are you still there, Mr. White? Yeah, big tides in the river there, Jimmy. Right. Dave, this is the bottom. This from here to there, that was where your real seat was, and it's now gone. I've got to sand this, and I shall Bonder seal this before we put the shrink on. But up here, your shrink tube came up to air, and it shouldn't go up to there. You should have some nice stuff, and then I can whip round there at the top of the handle of the shrink tube, about air somewhere. So it'll be right up. I'm only talking an inch, and do a whipping on there so that no muck and crap gets down the shrink tube and your rod stinks. So do you want me to put that shrink to here so it looks professional and finished? Yeah, now. Right, okay. I'll measure it on my rod to make sure that the shrink tube is long enough for you to cast. But you cast reel up, don't you? So it don't really matter, does it? Because your reel's going to be up there on coasters and your hand's going to be down the bottom. So that's what I'll do. I'll do a whipping on there and bond it. Also, your eye's all rusty. Do you want me to sort that out? I'm not taking this off, just sort out where the rust is. It's alright, Stephen. I've just took the reel seat off. My mate bought this rod. It's a any fish anywhere rod, 13'4". 6 and bait, I think. 150 ounce, 375 grams. But the reel seat was there, and they'd glued it on. I think they'd used high build, but I don't think it was araldite. But they'd certainly put something on it, glued it in position, and I've cut it down the reel seat by warming it up so the blade goes through easy. You can heat that up until the plastic starts to bubble. Literally, it takes seconds. There's only this got hot because the insulation tape, the masking tape underneath didn't even get burnt, and then you can cut this off easy. Prise it off with a screwdriver, but prise it off where the masking tape is. That way you don't damage the blank with the rod. And then warm up, turn your heater down, warm the masking tape, it unravels. Just clean off this, and then it'll get sanded with some wet and dry. Glad to see things going well for you again, Scott. Time. Scott's having a whale of a time. And that's it, mate. That's all I've done, Stephen. Dave wants me to get... I've got to... See, Dave ain't getting this yet, because I've now got to go on eBay, measure this, get the right shrink tube, and then when that comes, I can put the shrink tube on, and just whip the end, seal it, and then give him it back. And he wants coasters on it. But I'm going to sort this eye out because it's gone a bit manky there, just to clean it up. I don't know what it is about Fuji reel eyes, but the problem is when people file them, they file off the protective coating, so they file them down to a point to make them easier to whip. And what happens is, if you don't put a coating on it, I mean, I'm not saying don't file it, but if you do file it, put some paint on it or something, or some lacquer, so that the elements don't get to it, because as soon as the high build crack, which it does, you can put a high builder rod and cast out or bend it, and you'll hear it go ping ping, and it's just a high build. Then the salt water gets in, or any water, and it starts rusting it, doesn't it? Alright, Alan, just removed the reel seat off my mate's rod. Taxi Dave. Well, I say a mate, he's never said to me I'm a friend, I don't know. Happy Easter to you, Carl, and to everyone else. Eat plenty of chocolate, because it don't go on your hips today. Well, it might do. Right, so that's the old shrink tube. If you just run, if you get your knife and you just scar it down the sheath, and then you warm it up with the gun like you've just seen me do, you can get hold of this bit and it'll peel off like that. You haven't got to dig at it, you haven't got to put the point of the knife blade into the the rod to cut it off, David White. I'm just saying, all you do is you just scar it down in the rubber, you know, so you actually scar it and then pull it off once you've heated it. You don't heat it a lot, you just warm it up and down the thing and pull it. If it don't come, warm it some more. If you don't know what you're doing and you don't want to do it, that might come in handy as a spare. I'll keep that. Don't tell Mr. White. Well, that's been an hour now. Well, and it's been 40 minutes. But we'll check. That's an hour. What's it like when you can't find stuff, eh? Forgot it was in there. Right, so now what we're doing, we sand this down. So we've got here, tub of water, wet and dry. So what are you lot all doing today on Easter? I've got 5 rods to build up, and I'm doing one for my mate. I've got my mum's rod in there to do. just to get me back into the swing of things. And then, because if you don't whip a rod for a while, you do get out of touch with how you do it. You know, I don't do it properly. Well, I do it properly, yes, just I do it a bit ad hoc. Right, what's the comments? See you later, Vern. Off to watch football and dinner. See you later, Carl. Thanks for coming in, mate. He's on the go all the time. Fair play. If that's me, Andrew, yeah, I am. Mind you, I do sit down a lot. Since I've done my shouldering, failing, falling out of the loft, forgot how to cast. Haha. Sort my kit out for tomorrow. John Smelton. Were you not fishing last night, John, at Whitmore or something? Were you not in a match last night, John? How did you get on? I messaged you this morning. Hi, Vern. I'm going to miss your live, but I will catch later. Have a great day. That's fine, Sean. Much appreciated, mate. Thanks for dropping in. Today, eating and sleeping tomorrow. Fishing, bald chap fishing. Well, don't blame you. I'm eating today. We've got a barbecue, food, drinks. Might go live again, but it all depends on what the atmosphere's like. East Holton. You're going fishing to East Holton, Carl, are you? Back in 30 minutes, dinner call. Cod boats, I might still be here, I might not. Right, I'm just going to get some fresh water. Oh, I've got to fix a chair now. My wife and youngest daughter are very much alike, as in ham-fisted and break stuff. But it don't matter if they're a millionaire. You are ham-fisted. No, you're doing it. I'm doing this for my Yeah, go on then, stroppy. Absolute take the mickey, don't they? Bloody hell. Be back in a minute because I've said something else and she wouldn't have heard it. Dave, you got a chunk out of this rod down the bottom where you hacked it. Unless someone else has. It'll be alright. I do believe these Any Fish Anywheres, they're off blanks off of Coniflex, that whoever it is who owns it, I've heard, I'm not saying I'm correct, that especially the early ones were off Coniflex blanks, and probably still are, I don't know. There you go. That you can see where the resin is impregnated in. That was 1 wrap, 2 wraps, 3 wraps, and I believe that was the 4th. So you can see where that real seat was. Like that. So you can see where the tape was, because obviously some resin has got into where the carbon is open, because it's just ground and left. So some of this has gone in, it's below the level of the rod, leaving these marks. You see this tape mark there? I've sanded that. I shall give it another light sand. I'll have to go get some more paper, see if I can get some more off. But I shall Bonder seal that before I put the shrink tube on. But anybody that wants to see how to remove a real seat, that's how I do it. That's the first one I've done. It's not rocket science. You just need to be a little bit careful, because I have made mistakes in the past and you learn from them. And no, I don't do stress. He gets stressed enough for everyone. I don't get stressed at all. She's fibbing. She's right stress-headed, is my wife. As a matter of fact, if it weren't for stress, she wouldn't be able to cope. So anyhow, like I was saying, this is how I took off a real seat. Right, Dallum? And like I say, that was the real seat. It's off. It's in the bin, and that's what I'm left with. I'll do a little bit more sanding with it actually. That's better. Oh dear, I've got my own rods to do. I don't know what I'm doing. Right, that's it now. So, that's got more of it off. I just put the blade on, no weight on the blade. I just tipped the blade up just so where it's scraping and scraped it. Probably best just to scrape it backwards, but when you get a feel for it, I've done all right. So yeah, more bloody tape down there. So come up with some white spirit. So there, you can see it there. That's where the real seat was to there. So it's all done now, Dave. I'll just send you it back like this. You don't want it done anymore. That heat gun is costing you. It's not. I put the heat gun on and went inside, and it didn't even flash my electric up on hot. But the problem is with those Lister heat guns is it's not on hot now, it's turned down to cold. So all it's doing is blowing cold air. So that little fan you can hear, which isn't a lot of power, is just blowing cold air up the element. And you have to make sure that it is cold, which it probably is now, so that the elements don't wear out. Because if they are turned off when they're hot, they don't last so long. And bearing in mind I can hold that now. Oh, it's bliss, isn't it? Hang on. Oh, it's as quiet as when you're fishing with Taxi Dave. Can you hear that? Yeah. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, did a little bit more scraping, bit more sanding, and it's done. So what I'll do now, I'm not going to film this, but it's terrible, that, isn't it? I shall measure this, see if I can have it finished just a 1/4 of an inch, and I'll put a bit of red whipping on it just to match this. And because I think I've got a red very, very pretty similar to that. I'm gonna trim this bit of high build off here, warm it gently, and then just trim that off, clean that rust up, touch this eye up because the eye's a bit, and then just put some more high build on top of that to go over it. And it's all scrawped up here, look. God knows what the other part of the rod's like, but a rod's for fishing with, isn't it? It's not for looking pretty. But it's all scrawped up here, look at that. We've got a bandage on here for some reason. Bloody thing. Just took that off. So yeah. Oh, it's got a chip there and all that. See that? Where it's chipped there. And there, look at that. It's all chipped. I think I shall sand this down, and when I put some high build on that, I think I'll high build over this and make that good again. That's not very good, is it? Somebody's high builded over that, I think, and they haven't sanded it down. I'm not taking all that off. I'm just going to sand that and then high build over it. It'll look better than it does now, put it that way. So that's what I'm going to do. I ain't going to do that on film. This was just a short live, just to if everyone gives us a thumbs up, so that I've got thumbs up, anybody that's been in or who watches it in the future, if you can thumbs it up, that'll be great. So yeah, so I shall carry on with this now. I shall be in that gets shed, and I'm going to put the music on, and I'm going to get a beer out as well, because in matter of fact, I'll get a beer. I'll have a quick beer with you now. Well, I can't believe I actually knocked my bloody phone over. So, yeah. No advertising. There you go. Just give a VERN, forgot when I came in. It don't matter. It's just, I think the thumbs up just helped the channel. But, you know, I don't, I'm certainly going down the frame of mind at the minute that I'm just going to, because I always forget to say like and subscribe at the beginning. Because I just do YouTube really for a record of what I've done in relation to fishing and the odd other bit, just for my kids really. Not that they'll understand till they're old like me or I'm dead. They might think, oh, I'll just see what Dad was up to. But there you go. But yeah, I'm not gonna be begging for subscribers. I wouldn't say I have in the past really, but there's been times when you've gone 2 or 3 weeks and you've had 3 subscribers and you're there on video feeling sorry for yourself, but no more. Now, if I remember, see, yesterday I went fishing with Shane and Scott. Had a fantastic time. It was a really good laugh. We had a good laugh more off camera than on camera really, and it got to the end of the video and I realised, of course, I hadn't even said subscribe. But I mean, if you like the videos, you're going to subscribe, aren't you? If you watch YouTube. If you think I'm a waffling old twat person, that then so be it. It don't matter, does it? You still might subscribe, you might not. But I'm not going to be like I'm saying, half the time I forget to even say it, and then you say it at the end. You've only got your proper followers and that really, aren't you? Or I guess, or people that are considering. I mean, my videos are really long, and they're long because they are, and I chose them to be long because that's a bottle of gin done. Where's that come from, Pet?
Yes, that only had a dribble in. I poured it in another bottle.
Oh right.
We had another 2 opens though. Did you just say a naughty word?
No. What? T word?
Yeah.
What? TW?
Yeah.
TWA?
Don't spell it out.
TWAT?
Telling you off when you get it.
That ain't rude, is it? Done?
I use it all the time when I'm at work.
Well, you've got one. Can't sell this rod until I've caught a smooth iron skate. Dave, I ain't done all this for you to sell this rod. What's the top section like? Is it rubbish? Is it all chipped and scrawled? Yes, I'm going to try and remember. You're a breath of fresh air, Vern. Well, I do try and get my fair turn of fresh air. And got plenty yesterday. I had a real nice time on the beach yesterday. Video will be out in 2 weeks, I'm sorry to say. But yeah, in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, it's not relevant, is it? But it's my trip. So, yeah. So, but yeah, I had a really great time. I think Shane had a good time. I think I wear him down. But yeah, no, we had a good time. And it's a place where I want to go again. I definitely want to go again, so really enjoy it. Always get behind you. When I come off the beach, I did say to myself I was going to take painkillers, and halfway through the session, and top is mint. Right, well the bottom will be mint as well, Dave, when I've finished. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, meant to take some painkillers halfway through the session, and I kept meaning to do it and forgetting, and meaning to do it and forgetting, and I did it when we walked off the beach, and I only took 2 ibuprofen, and they're only 200 milligrams. Of course, you could, you know. So I took the lethal dose. Anyhow, yeah, it was too late for the painkillers, because by the time I got to off the beach, and I had the road bit, which we're only talking a short 5-minute walk, and most of that's on sand, so that's a bit slower. I couldn't hardly walk. I was struggling because I'd been stood up all day, fishing all day, walking about, and I should have took them painkillers. I've got some of my gel that I'm supposed to take. I don't know how Shane and Scott would feel with me dropping my trousers and my pants down to put gel on my hip, which is on the side there, which is your buttock. But I think I might have to start doing that as well, because I'm afraid to say I've got to keep up with the painkillers when I'm out fishing. I ain't taking painkillers today, I'm just putting up with it. So I don't do it all the time, but I do it when I need it. And I'm going to try and remember to say subscribe at the beginning, and it's just going to be subscribe if you want to, really, and that's it. So what am I going to do next? I've got to sand all this down. Trim that up. Paint that. Sand that. Dave, I'm only sanding that back. So we'll lose the lines, and then I'm just gonna put some high build on it. Holston is good pain relief. Yes, you're right. Can you do the gel in the van before you do anything? I could do, but you see what I do is, before I leave, which wherever I go fishing, it's an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes, hour and a quarter, hour and a half, depends on traffic. And I do the gel beforehand. Now that gel only lasts 6 hours, I think. So I will be on the beach fishing, so might have to just sneak round the corner or climb in my fishing box and put it on in there, eh? But yeah, oh dear. Let me show you. Let me show you. Is that on? No. Let me show you my mum's rod. Yeah, bit of a junk depot around there. Look. So, in these barrels. In these barrels here. Is wood. First two are filled with kindling. I've got kindling in that one, and in this one, guess what's in this bin? Step tools yard. You're right, Brendan. Have a guess what's in this bin. Quickly, I'll give you 5 seconds. What's in the bin? Anyhow, we've got ladders. We've got washing machine drum. Lead. No, we ain't got lead in it. I'll tell you what's in it. Here's the lid. Horseshoes. Wife says rubbish. Yeah, she's an idiot. We've got... That's an horse. I think that's a Scottish horse. That is an actual horseshoe. You can't believe that, can you? But yeah, that's a Scottish horseshoe for some Scottish bloody Gret thing. But yeah. And basically, when I was unemployed, because I weld and fabricate, I'm a welder fabricator, I was going to make stuff with it, along with my forge, which you've seen on my life. So I've got a forge here. I've got anvils, so I'm getting them a steel account now, so that I can go buy steel, so I can start making stuff and start selling stuff, lampshades and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Because if you can do what you want to do and earn some money, yeah, don't want to be rich, just want to have a good life while I'm alive. And just make stuff. Anyhow, that was the tour of Step Tools Yard. So here's my mum's rod. That eye's on in place, ready to be whipped. I've bonder sealed this. It's a fiberglass rod. It is a East Anglian rod. And I have got the decal that goes on there. I got them made precisely, or as close as they are to the originals. Obviously the originals were a decal, which was a water transfer. The ones I've got are sticky, because you don't get stuff like that. And it's weird, isn't it? The world's moved on, people have moved on, technology's moved on, but you can't get a water transfer. Not that I'm aware. I've searched on everywhere, and the internet's a fantastic place, as long as you're looking for stuff that it wants you to find. But yeah, I can't find any water transfer, so I've got a sticker, and that'll get bonder sealed over. Not bonder sealed, because that'll react with the sticker. It'll get high build over the top. So I've bonder sealed all this, rubbed it down, bonder sealed it. I will high build over this to protect that sticker. New eyes in places. All the eyes are here. They are chrome, hard chromed eyes. Tips, again, a chrome. And it's the other side of it's here, look. So that's the top section, going all the way down to the brass ferrule. And that's the next rod I'm doing. But Taxi Days is obviously going to sneak in front, because I'm going to try and get that done today. It is warming up now. It's been a struggle doing eyes. It's been a struggle doing eyes and stuff, because the high build it's got to be warm so it flows. So once I've high builded it all, I put it to my glitter ball thing that you've seen. If you haven't, go to the video and watch it. And it turns around for the chemical reaction to take place. It's a 2-part epoxy. I'll show you it. I have to shut that door on that shed, because for some reason my bloody black and white cat comes in there and wheezes up everywhere and stinks the bloody shed out the git. If he didn't do that, I've got a hole down the bottom that I've blocked off. They'd be able to come in here winter time and go to sleep, wouldn't they? But now they just want to come in here and trash it. Flipping cats. Anyhow, where am I? Can't remember what I was talking about. What did I come in here for? Oh, CRS. That's what this is, CRS. I think the wife suffers with CRS as well. I keep talking to her and she don't listen. What was he talking about? Oh, who cares? That's bugging me now. I do care, really. Anyhow, I used the Daiwa rod yesterday. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, and you'll see it in the video. So we'll leave it at that. So yeah, what else is there? Yeah, Step 2's yard. Got an MGB GT just through there, which the bush is growing into. Shame, really. Right, let's go have a look in the garage, shall we? Oh, God. Bloody lights. Right. So, I know you've seen this. But that's my 2,500. That was the door. Japanese shrink tube. And that was the last thing I whipped. So that isn't an actual Ziplex. Well, it is a Ziplex sticker. That's how they did their Zs. That's a Z. But I turned it round and got that made individually, because these rods just used to have carbon on the bottom. So what I've done is I've done that, and that's all going to get bonder sealed over. not bonder seal, high builded over to protect it. So yeah, I've got I've got 4 Ziplex rods. I've got 4 here, look. This one here is a 2500M. They're very long, bloody 8-foot sections. Ziplex 2500M. I've got that one here, which is going to be my flatty rod. So I've got reels for that. I've got a flatty rod. I'm talking to Alan. Alan said I'll make a fantastic flatty rod, and more. But that's what I'm using for. It's a little bit soft, but I can't wait to have my cast sorted properly so I can do a cast with that, because I think that'll bend in half. It'll look good. This rod is the rod that Gordon sent me, and it's a Ziplex 2500M. I was getting ready, I just got my stickers for that rod, and this one here, which had Ziplex writ in silver. You can't get stickers like that anymore. They try and sell them on eBay, but they're crap. So I had to go to a sticker shop in town, and they had to do it in 2 layers. Now, 2 layers, once you've put the high build over the top, you can't tell that it's 2 layers. This one here is 2 layers. It's a red background with that silver over the top, but you can't tell. And I'm gonna be, well, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, I'm gonna get some more made, so you can only guess. So I've got 2 2500Ms Ziplex, the 2500LM here, and I've also got one at Alan's. I bought another from a friend of Alan's. More rods and reels and Jerry's. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to start getting rid of some rods, because I now know where I am with rods. And it's anyhow, I'm going to get the other 2500LM from Alan when I either see him or I'm over that way, and then I'll have 2 for flounders, 2 for clean mixed ground beaches, and it'll just mix it up. As I said in the video yesterday, I've got quite a few reels now, so it's just nice for me. But oh Christ almighty, you can't have that. Yeah, I shan't show that. Yeah, it must be that one on there, was it? No. Yeah, got some pictures, can't have them up. So yeah, so it's just nice to actually think I'm using these reels on this session, and it just mixes it up. It keeps it fresh. I don't get bored. I do get bored easy, especially if things knock me off. I can get bored pretty bloody quick. So yeah, it'll just be nice to actually take a couple of Ziplexes out, a couple of different reels, go fishing with them, do a video with some old tackle. I'll put some old reels on. I've got some reels that are 25 years old. I've got reels that are 45 years old and older. So yeah, so I can do some videos with different rods. It might not bother people, because some people just want to see a fish being caught, but other people might like to see these rods being used. And I'm certainly not going to cast them lightly. I'm going to do as cast as what I do. However good it is at that time, which hopefully I think might be a little bit better. Hoping it'll be better. Yeah, I have got quite a few rods and that. I've got these rods up here. You can see they're on metal brackets. Some of these rods were as little as 20 quid because they got the price wrong. Other rods are 30 quid, like this John Walker thing. I mean, that's a flute rod and mackerel rod. I was in the Lake District, went to Jerry's, bought a flute mackerel rod and did some feathers off the pair, but didn't catch anything. Used it at Bridlington as well, didn't catch anything. And that might have even been before I was filming, actually. I think it was before I started filming. So yeah, up here, the rods that I use most of the time. So I've got my fixed spool Shakespeare K2 Extremes up there. I've got my icons, which I've got one here. I've got the icon Elite Power and Power. I've got a Ron Thompson here. This is a Ron Thompson rod. The other one's up the top, and my short 12-foot beach casters. I've got rods. I've got rods in this corner as well. Look, I've got rods here. Boat rods, fiberglass. These are all fiberglass. So I've got fiberglass beach casters. So yeah, I've got some rods, but I've got some rods up there I'll probably put on eBay and sell. Or give away. I could give away as a giveaway. Not to give away to get anything, just perhaps give it away as a gift. But they're used fishing rods, you know. They aren't battered and bashed up. They are in good condition, but you know, it's a bit lippy giving someone a second-hand rod, isn't it? Now I've got my took his beach shelter yesterday. It's the IMAX beach shelter, same one as TA Fishing has got. And I'm shocked to bits because when TA Fishing, Graham, said he was going to sell his boat, I thought, nah, he wouldn't sell his boat. He enjoys it too much. But he's actually selling his boat. I can't believe it. It's his choice, isn't it? But he's going a lot more freshwater fishing now. I just love watching him in that boat, especially the man alone videos that TA Fishing did. They're absolutely fantastic. But yeah, it's not good, is it? Well, it's not good for me. That's less things to do, isn't it? Anyhow, I'm not going to show you them pictures. I think I got the pictures on, didn't I? Well, you when you was younger.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, it was.
No.
What's it?
No, you didn't get lost.
What? I'm not talking. I'm talking to the wife. So, anyhow, I'm gonna soldier on with this rod. Anyhow, Dave, I've started your rod. I will do a bit more in a minute. I'm gonna hack it up with a knife. You don't want to watch that. I'm gonna give it a bit of a rub with some coarse sandpaper, and I'm gonna paint it black. You ain't gonna, yeah, you just don't want to know what I'm gonna do with this rod. It's gonna come back to you pink, because I know you like bright colours. Yeah. So everybody that's been in this live, it's just been about showing you how I remove reel seat, which I've done. Sanded it back. I can show the Bonder seal, but you just paint the Bonder seal on. There's plenty of videos out there. I can video all of it really, but I just want to get on with it now because things are dragging on. So yeah, that's how you remove a reel seat if you're verning. But you have to be very careful and make sure that when you heat the plastic up and it's malleable, that when you put the knife in, you don't put the knife in like that and go into it. You've got to shave it off, and you'll start to see the insulation, the masking tape. So yeah, thanks for dropping in on this live. Hang on, who we got commented? I'll have a zippy if you're giving away rods. No, I'm not giving away the zippies, Stephen. Always wanting zippies. I've got 4 old ones. They're as good as what they are these days, I presume. Would be nice to get 2 new ones, but I don't know if you know, I've got a new Daiwa Kenzagi, and it's fantastic. And yeah, so you might see a second one of them, if any. So and to be honest, I'm rodded out, but Jimmy got me the Kenzagi, which you have seen in the video. It's fantastic. So there might be a second coming, but not yet, because if I buy any more fishing stuff, the wife will cut them off, and we don't want that. I certainly don't. Nice one, Vern. Catch up on Wednesday. Thank you, Gordon. And mate, I'll be doing that rod of yours soon, Gordon. The warm weather's coming. I'm just doing some blobbing with high build on Dave's rod. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the rods. I'm doing Tony Kerridge's one first, the one that I bought off him, and then I'll definitely have my hand in then for doing yours. So I'm looking forward to it. And then I can use both Ziplexes on the beach as well. Just not going to know what to use and what reel to take, am I? If I had a hammer. John, now then. Just briefly, John. The thing is with hammers, you can never have enough, can you? And I've got mallets. I've got 4 mallets, 4 hammers, soft-faced hammers, copper hammers, brass hammers, nylon hammers, mallets. And then I've got every hammer for dressing because I do metal work. Yeah, I've got shoeing hammers. Fantastic because they're a rounding hammer. They've got a round face. This is one of my favourites. It's named after my daughter's dog, Duke. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, another rounding blacksmith's hammer here. Army hammers from the war. Got the crow's foot on. These hammers. Absolutely fantastic for metalworking. And do you know what? There's even a hammer here for the wife to finish me off. So it's all good. But if she does finish me off with a hammer, I'd like it to be either that one or the big Duke, because that'll certainly knock me out straight away. And then we've got the engineering hammers. Anybody wants a plane? We've got planes everywhere. But you can never have enough planes because I've used all of them. For something, I've used all of them and they've got me out of stock. So the wife can go on all she likes about he's got this, that and the bloody other. I've used everything because I don't buy it if I don't use it. So yeah, let's just quickly catch up on these comments. More chance of getting shot off your Karen only joking. More rods and reels than Jerry's. I always know when he's got something coming, as it starts with, I saw something today at an absolute steal. I just tell her I've just bought something, but it was at a good price. I never say it's an absolute steal. See, that's where she's fibbing. Taking things out of context. Where's my lager? This is like in, see this air? That's my wood store there. I've got a wood store here I've got to fill up. That's my log cutter. But this is my bus shelter. This is my mum's shed. That was made in 1988. And I've had to repair it, obviously, but it's still going strong. Good shed. Long enough to do a Ziplex in, just. So yeah, I put this on there to do some work. Got the forge in there. I've got steel supplies and a steel rack at the back of the shed, covered over. Yes, it gets rusty from the ambient temperature and moisture in the air, but I've got a steel. So as long as I cut my steel at 10 foot, it's okay. The wheels and stuff, yeah, I know it's Step 2's yard. I ain't got round to it yet. Probably never will. If I don't get round to it, I shall get them weighed in, get them sent away. But yeah, fire pits. That's what they're going to be. Fire pits or two of them welded together. Cut a door in. You've got a cook, haven't you? Put 3 legs on it. Got a stove. Cool. That's wood for burning. In air. Apart from the big spiders, that's coke. So that's coke for the forge. Out here, more coke. It's hard work getting coke, and so you just got to buy it. So yeah, I can still buy it. There's a cool supplier, but I need the coke for the forge for when I do my metal work, when I start making stuff. So anyhow, where are we with the comments? Wife is there. Michelle the Sea Witch. And have you still got the old vintage rod you used when you caught a decent smooth hound on the Holderness Coast? Yes, I have. I shall show you it, Michelle. Oh, that was a bit close, wasn't it? Only a mother could love. Only a mother could love. You will be seeing this rod again. Because Shane goes on about it all the time. Because he likes this rod. And I obviously like this rod. Now this rod, just briefly, this is how I get lots of rods. I decided to buy some rods to get the eyes. So I'd buy the rods, take the eyes off to repair my old rods, because I was trying to sort out my mum's rod. The rod that my mum bought me. And I paid £12.50. I paid £12.50 for umpteen rods. There's probably about 12 fly rods, freshwater rods. There was this one sea fishing rod in it. And I couldn't believe, this is mainly what I bought the rods for, to take the eyes off. And this is it. Old-fashioned butts, aren't they? I think this is from the 60s, I'm not sure. I put this reel seat on for a fixed bill. Could use multiplier on it, to be honest, which I might do. Got another handle here, but the Whippens, can you see them? And that's it. You turn it around the right way. It's an auger rod, and it says on it tournament rod, 3 to 8 ounce, 2 to 8 ounce. So this rod will chuck out 8 ounce. On here, there's an eye on it. I've got it in the garage. It is massive. It's like a big round circle, as an eye would be, and you just screw it on, and it screws on, and that's it. And it's fiberglass, and there you go. A fiberglass rod. I worry that this will snap, but I've not. I tell you what, I casted this out just an overhead thump, and it did 130 cranks on a spin fisher reel, which worked out over 100 yards just with a thump. So God knows how far it'll chuck an overhead and off the ground. But yeah, I've still got it, Michelle, and it's much cherished, and I would never get rid of this. And again, look at that. Here's the reel seat. I've put it on, fits perfect. You can't put the reel seat anywhere else. It is, I would say, it could be for multiply. I could actually put a multiplier down there, but the problem with that is you've got this bit here that's sticking in your groin. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to using this again, and this will be coming out with me on the beach. I will be doing some fiberglass, old-fashioned reels fishing videos. I've done them before. And this rod is absolutely fantastic. You know, probably if there was one rod I wouldn't get... No, I've got many rods I wouldn't get rid of, to be honest. But this is just another one. And I think I picked up umpteen rods. This is the top section. It's all whipped the same. Got a pink eye in the top. It's perfect. Might even varnish over all the whippings to keep them good, because they're perfect, absolutely perfect. So I might just do it as preventative maintenance, because there's no high build on it. I wouldn't want to put high build on it because they didn't used to do that, did they? I've even put a new orange ribbon on. I had an orange ribbon on this side and I had to go buy one just to keep the rod bag the same. So yeah, I wouldn't ever get rid of this rod. I've got my favourite rods now, and I just picked another one up, or was kindly given one last week. Much appreciate that, Jimmy. And with that rod, this auger, my icons, I love my icons, and then I've got my mum's rod in there that I've just shown you. So anyhow, where are we? Daniel, hello. Hardcore. Well, I'm off here, Vern. See you later, Scott. Thought Coke was white. No, my Coke that I've got is black. And yeah, this is Coke. It's impregnated with a shiny bit in there, which is a thing that helps it burn light quickly, because you need a lot of air, which you get with this, because I've got a blower down the bottom which blows through water jacket into the blower, and then it warms up there. But yeah, that's for another time. So yeah, brilliant. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching this. If you want to remove a reel seat, that's one way to do it, how I've just shown you. And I'll catch you in the next one, and that'll probably be on the beach with sand under my feet, or I could be drinking beer. You never know, do you? So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, thanks for everyone that's commented. Please leave a thumbs up on your way out. We're got 32 thumbs up now. It's 44 in the chat at the minute. Thank you very much. This has been an impromptu session. It's a sunny day. It's Easter Sunday. Thank you everybody that's joined in. You didn't need to, but I'm pleased that you have. And if you want to watch the video in the future to help you remove a reel seat, that's one way to do it. Be careful of the heat. It's only an air blower if you've got it. Don't ever use a naked flame, because you'll balls the rod up. And cut it off carefully. Make sure you use a knife safely and always cut away from you. And if you follow how I did it, you shouldn't go too far wrong. Do not have the blade at an angle to go into the rod blank. Shave it off until you see the tape underneath, and then you can just prise it off with a screwdriver by you putting the screwdriver where the masking tape is. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the beach or when I'm drinking beer. See you later.